Hello again. It is Ray by Choice, episode 3. I have with me today one of my very artsy friends here on campus, Anisha. I'm going to be asking her some questions today. I just want to get a feel for some art that she does because I'm biased. I love her art. I got to give her a plug, and she's going to be talking about it today. So, Anisha, are you ready?
Yep.
I'm going to be breaking it down in 3 sections, as I always do. We're going to be discussing her artistic eye, just seeing how she looks at art and how she creates it, the inspiration behind her artwork, and then what the next steps are for her after YCP, because we are both graduating and it's going to be a wild ride for both of us. So let's get into it. The first section. How would you describe your artistic voice or style to someone who has never seen your work?
So I guess I'll start with the style part of it. I always see myself as someone who has a lot of different styles because, it's kind of something that's granted through all the different classes you have to take in college. Like, I've experimented with sculpture, figure drawing, regular drawing, painting, design classes. And it's not like you can stick to one style throughout all those classes. You can. It's kind of hard. So, describing my main style, I guess, I like to move a little fast, especially with my drawings. The line work gets a little messy, but it all makes sense. But yeah, it's a hard question, but I like fast line work, painting, fast impressionistic paint strokes, and
Nice.
yeah.
I think rapidity kind of instilled that in us when we did that.
For sure.
It was definitely learning how to craft work in such a fast pace, but also learning how to make it quality over quantity. And that definitely resonates with your work a lot. And I think that's a really good style for you because it's just effective for you and what you produce.
Yeah, and then on the pieces I don't like let's say I have a painting and doesn't look like I did it fast, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But even then, there'll be some type of something that implies movement. So like whether it be the subject or how the color, how I treat the color, all that.
Nice. How has your artistic eye changed as you've grown, not just as a student, but as a person?
I feel like really I think I feel like I see color differently.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'll look at a white wall, like the one in front of us, and instead of like calling it white, I'm looking for the subtle hints of yellow, blue, purple, etc. And I think that's something I picked up on in figure drawing, because that's what we had to do. But that, and then photography as well, just like finding the aesthetic in the ordinary, especially I know you live here, but especially in York, It's not the prettiest place, but there are pretty places. So just like, yeah, learning how to find the aesthetic in the ordinary, and also just developing my artistic eye in general, like seeing beyond the surface.
Mm-hmm. And your subject matter has always changed. I know we'll get into that later, but it's like your subject matter also defines how you see things and what comes out of what you're specifically looking at or like trying to take into.
Yeah.
How has oh my gosh, wow. I was going to ask the same question twice. Don't ever do that on a podcast. That's terrible. What emotions or ideas do you find yourself returning to again and again in your art?
There's a lot of different ones. Uh, Sometimes I'll get real emotional, like something's going on in my personal life, and I'm not gonna express that directly on a canvas, like I'm not gonna, but what I'm gonna put on the canvas is something, I guess you can say it's representative of that. Um, I forgot the question, low-key.
No, it's all good. What emotions or ideas do you find yourself returning to again and again in your art?
Yeah, so it's like the same emotions I'm painting with, but idea-wise, there's a lot of, like I was talking about earlier, motion. So like cars, uh, motorcycles, ATVs, but then also just I don't know how to, like it's such a contrast to that, and then sometimes I'll just be like, I want to do a landscape. And I'm actually really into landscapes right now.
Yep.
So then but then I put a car in the landscape, and the car like becomes like a human in the landscape. But then I'm like, wait, I want to paint a human, and then I'll do a self-portrait, then I'll cover it up, and then yeah.
It's like what you're looking at in the moment, and then you kind of like me, like you get inspo from something that you see, and then you're like, oh wait, this completely deters from what it was I was originally gonna make, but then now I'm gonna do it anyway because then that defies what was gonna be the original intent.
Yeah.
And I think that's really cool for you because like that's what makes your style so forward and speaks to people in a different way. Because I know when I look at your work, it's like I can read so many different things, and yours is open to so much interpretation, even though you may have what it is that you feel you want it to be. But it's like that's exactly how I am with my work. I'm like, I want people to continue to ask questions and develop their own stories, because then they bring that to you, and then that makes you like feel like you've created something that can be so deeply interacted with.
Yeah. Yeah.
See, this is why she's so good at what she does, guys. Come on. Like, okay, so the next section, the inspiration behind your artwork. Where do you usually find inspiration? In people, in places, emotions, or even somewhere unexpected?
Usually it's somewhere unexpected, and then it's all of the categories involved. So like people, places, emotions. Whether I'm feeling them or I see other people expressing theirs, like all that plays a role in my art. But I feel like I found the most inspiration. I'm like feeling away, maybe feeling down, and I know I just can't like just sit there in my own anguish, I guess. Like I gotta go out, I gotta do something about it, I gotta make myself feel better, and of course art is one of those ways. So like even if I'm on a walk, see something pretty, I take a picture of it, and then I'm like, hey, it could be months later, I'm like, hey, I can let me paint this. So that happens. Or yeah, it's really just unexpected stuff, unexpected experiences that lead to different emotions or encounters, and yeah.
Awesome. How do you know when an idea is worth turning into a full piece or a full body of work in our case? Because with us building our senior exhibitions, that could probably be applied to this.
I actually don't. I feel like every time I think I do, like you mentioned earlier, the journey just takes you on a whole different like route, I guess. Things change. You got to be able to feel like one of the biggest things as an artist is being able to adapt. Because I feel like most artists, they have a vision of what something's going to look like in their head, and then as they're making it, that completely gets destroyed. It's not a negative thing. It's just you really got to trust the process.
Yep. And I think also with us, like I've told you before, we've discussed about this before in classes and things, like it's when your professor or whoever it may be instills it in you that like, oh yeah, this is the route you should go, and then like us, we're always constantly changing and we want to go this way and we want to veer off, but then that kind of conflicts with what they want, and then you're like, okay, now I have a conflict of interest. Do I make the thing, or do I just go my own way and say,
Right.
hey, this is what I want it to be? Because I know I've expressed it to you many times, like, don't let the other people tell you what it is that you can create or make, because then that's only gonna influence your artwork either. I mean, if it is positively, that's great, but most of the time it's more so negatively. So it's like, I feel like you finally got it down to a practice where, like, yeah, you take what they say, but you know how to still keep in touch with yourself and what it is that you want the piece of work to portray or make.
Yeah, for sure. That's why I feel like some of my biggest or most successful pieces were done in the summer, where I didn't have like all these constraints. I didn't have to stick to certain subject for a long time. Yeah.
And sometimes that can fuel us to then not want to make work, because I'm
Yeah.
in that position right now, and I hope that none of the other seniors get that way, because it definitely takes away then from your experience of wanting to make your art and your style and everything that you've worked so hard to make.
Right. Right.
Let me see here. Low-key just lost my spot. Wow. Okay. What role does your identity, cultural, emotional, or personal, play in the art that you create? It's kind of piggybacking off of the last one.
I mean, I feel like my life is like a movie. Like, I feel like everyone's life is like a movie, but I've been through so much. Like, dealing with chronic illness at 13, still dealing with it now, but just like the impact that had on my life, and just like other major experiences, my physical health, my mental health, and what was the question?
It's all good. What role does your identity, culture, emotional, or personal play in the art that you create?
Right. So like those experiences shape my identity in a way. I try not to get too attached to my trauma, but it's definitely influenced the person I am today, but in a good way. And I feel like the biggest thing I've learned from my experiences is to keep going no matter the circumstances. If you're passionate about something, keep going. If you don't have all the answers about it, as long as you're passionate about it, all the answers are going to come to you. So just keep going. Like, I've been taught to like maintain this momentum in my life. Like, yeah, there's ups and downs, but yeah. And then in terms of like culture, it's crazy because, you know, I'm half Pakistani, but then half African American. But then like people see me, first of all, they think I'm a dude. Like sometimes I'm like, okay,
Yep.
okay. But then I'm seen as like a purely black person, and I mean that's fine because really in my family dynamics too, I haven't been taught much about my Pakistani side. But it's just an interesting way to like navigate life. Like I'm seeing like only one half of me is seen in a sense.
I'm sitting with that for a minute. Wow. Guys, get to know this girl, cause come on. Like and now we're gonna get into the real stuff, because as I've mentioned, we're both graduating, life is getting real. We have to figure out now where it is we're going, what we're doing, with quite honestly without each other. I mean, I know some of us are local and we're gonna, you know, meet in passing sometimes, but we're definitely all going on different avenues. I'm sure as we're going to get into it, Anisha's going to be going one way, I'm going to be going another, and all of our seniors are just trying to get their headspace in a place where we can finally get to where we want to be. So, mentioning that, when you imagine your life after YCP, what does your creative world look like? Or what do you see in your future where you want to go from here?
Well, first, say I'm excited to graduate because I mean at this point we're in 16th grade. So
Yeah.
it's been a long ride. I'm
Yep.
just excited to graduate, be done with like homework. I don't like homework. I feel like,
Yep.
and then like, yeah, you're still gonna get work, but at least you're gonna get paid for that work. Like, you don't get paid for homework.
Yep.
Excited about that. But I'm really go with the flow, type of person. I trust that life is gonna take me where I need to go, and the most I can do, like I was saying, is just follow my passions, and all the answers are gonna come to me. Of course, I'm gonna keep creating, but I have no idea what my art is gonna look like 5 years from now, or even 5 months from now, or where I'm gonna be at. And I'm just doing everything that's in my control to like keep being involved in my what I'm most passionate about. So
Awesome. Love to hear it. I love to hear it. What kind of impact do you hope your work makes? Or, wow. Wow, guys. I'm so bad at this. This is the first time I've ever actually screwed up. Let me rephrase. What kind of impact do you hope your work will have on the people who encounter it?
I hope, like, yeah, it's more than just a pretty picture, but I don't see myself doing the things like, I forget his name. There was that one artist who was making paintings of like a dude eating the kid.
I know what you're talking about, but I can't think of right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's a very popular painting.
Mm-hmm.
I never want to paint like that. I don't see how that's gonna better society.
Mm-hmm.
I like. I don't know. I like different things.
Mm-hmm.
But of course, I want a positive impact. So I just want people to see, like I was saying earlier, again, the beauty in the ordinary. So taking something ordinary or familiar and just filling it with life.
And that's what we have to do as artists. We kind of have to give life to the things that people would normally think don't have it.
Right.
And then that creates its own world for things that, like your One Piece. Y'all gotta look this up. I don't know if you posted it or not, but if you didn't, you gotta, because the one with the shoe and the near the houses, the one you have in the juried exhibition.
I did not post that one.
No,
I just posted it because it was an exhibition. So.
Yep, you gotta see that, guys. That one tells a story. I'm telling you. We'll go back and forth. You comment in the thing and say what you think it is, and then we'll discuss. Because I got my whole vision. we gotta discuss for Anisha. Come on, we gotta build a story here, guys. And then finally, for this section, what's one thing you're excited or nervous to explore creatively after graduation, without the constraints, as we've mentioned before? Now that you'll have all the freedom in the world that you want.
Just the community. I want to go out, talk to people, and find out what's significant to them, you know. I've done this before where it was for our, what was it? What is that word? I forgot. It was our senior thing we took last semester.
Senior, not senior show. Was it not senior thesis? Because that's what we're taking now. Wasn't it just like senior exhibition or something?
Something like that.
Yeah.
But the work I was doing for that, I started out with going to Penn Park. I went to a basketball court. I was trying to get pictures of people playing basketball, anybody. There happened to be these two kids there. Asked if I could take pictures, took them, and the rest is history. But I want to do more stuff like that. Talk to the youth, more like people who have potential to contribute to the community, or people who are very expressive. There's a lot of stories out there, and I just want to learn. I want to connect, and I want to express want to express that.
I could definitely see you doing a documentary like that where you just like you know the ones that they play downstairs in the on the TV next to the gallery. You could so do that. Like just have the interview of people and then like you out in the field doing your thing and then having the one-on-one kind of like this one-on-one conversation. That would be so cool. Anisha's the GOAT, guys. I made a superlative for her. Like she's the GOAT. Come on. No lie here.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting things going on in different communities. Like back home, I'm like oddly connected with this. I don't want to. It's not really like a biker, like a stereotypical biker group, but they like ride motorcycles together, do wheelies and all that.
Oh,
They
wow.
meet up and connected with them, or even just like in New York, I've seen interesting people I haven't gotten a chance to interact with. Just like walking through the city, like I'll see. There was this lady I saw with like I think she was riding a bike, and then the bike had like a carriage attached to it, and there was like
wow.
a bunch of dogs in there. So
Oh, wow. Oh, wait. I feel like I remember this. Was that when we were down at the gallery? Wait, was that when we were down at Market View? I swear I remember this.
well, you maybe have seen it, but the time I saw it when I was on my way to Market View, I was walking alone and I saw her. But she sounds like I don't know.
She seems like an interesting lady.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool. Well, I appreciate you doing this. Appreciate you taking the time to sit and get y'all, I'm getting her a plug here. So, where can people find your work? Any social media handles? Get yourself out there because I want people to see your work.
Of course, Art Martyr. So art, the word art, and then martyr was actually a play, on my last name. People think it's Marty. My name's not Marty, but Art Martyr, MARTYR _ on Instagram and on TikTok.
I'll be sure to put it in the comments, guys. Because if y'all just don't know how to spell, y'all just don't know how to spell. I'm sorry. Like I
pretty
can't.
simple, it's
Right?
pretty
Yeah. I can't help you. I'm sorry. And then I have a final bonus question that I ask all of my guests. So my podcast is called Ray by Choice.
Yep.
So what is one way that you choose yourself every single day?
Sometimes it gets hard, but really, in general, every day, I try to do something that's good for me. Whether that be literally just, if I'm having a really hard day, I don't get nothing done, the least I'll do is take a shower. Or on my good days, hit the studio, paint, maybe even doing something nice for somebody else that really fulfills me. So I just try to do one act of either self-love or love, expressing love to other people in some type of way.
Awesome. See, we need more of a nation as well, guys. Come on. Y'all need to.
Low-key.
Yes. Well, yes. Again, thank you for doing this. I appreciate it. Your time has been much appreciated, and I hope that people, will start seeing your work because of this.
Oh, this was really cool. I appreciate you.
Of course.
having me on here.
Of course. See you guys. See you for the next one. Stay tuned.